Volkswagen's CEO has been fired, and it looks like the German auto conglomerate now lost the only chance to catch up with Tesla. The fired Volkswagen CEO was quite close to Elon Musk and has been trying to create a healthy competition with Tesla. However, things have changed too fast, all due to the environment within Volkswagen as a company. So, why did Volkswagen fire the CEO so fast and unexpectedly? And how will this affect the current EV race? Let's dive deeper into it. A lot has been going on in the automobile industry this month. One significant issue we were unable to overlook is the chaos going on in Volkswagen, which in one way or the other has roped itself to Tesla. Herbert Diess, the now ex-CEO of Volkswagen, didn't survive a vote of confidence decision by the board for him to remain in the company. Although everything stated in the meeting that terminated Diess has remained a secret, however, there is now a little more sensational tale concerning the circumstances leading up to Diess's abrupt removal from the Volkswagen Audi group. Volkswagen reorganized its board of directors in December of 2021, delegating specific duties to Diess while tasking him with turning around the company's EV division. Diess built an internal software unit known as Cariad during the 8th generation Golf's development. The plan was to hire at least 10,000 engineers. The company would grow to be Europe's second largest software group behind SAP. You see, Diess had plans to catch up with Tesla within a short time. He had mapped out a strategy for Volkswagen, planning to program 60% of the organization's code in-house, up from just 10% when he started. He really believed the second half of 2022 will be good for the company and expected it to catch up to Tesla as chip shortages and supply chain bottlenecks ease and prices rise. He said at his last company meeting that the company is earning more than ever and added that it's ramping up electric vehicle volumes in its largest markets of Germany and China due to lessening shortages of semiconductors. Taking advantage of the opportunity while Tesla burns through cash on huge expenditures should enable the carmaker to close the Volkswagen-Tesla gap this year and become the market leader by 2025. As a result, Diess intended to guarantee that Volkswagen would not be reduced to the position of a hardware manufacturer that lacked access and hence the capacity to monetize consumer data. It was a good concept in principle, but implementation proved to be challenging, especially for Volkswagen's new EVs, which suffer from software issues that annoy a lot of buyers. This work was outsourced to Google by other companies, including Volvo Cars. So far, it has failed to pay off Diess's largest wager, Cariad. Even though there has been a lot of reorganization since then, Diess could not eliminate the problems. Bloomberg reports that Diess had been fired after several new Porsches, Bentleys, and Audis were delayed or cancelled due to software development severe delays and difficulties. Volkswagen's ID electric vehicle line was first delayed due to glitchy software as well, which only exacerbated the situation. Diess was also disliked by Volkswagen's top brass because of his aggressive leadership style. A former Volkswagen CEO, Matthias Müller, constantly fought with labor leaders to turn the company into an electric vehicle pioneer, claiming that Volkswagen had been losing out to Tesla and needed to remove thousands of jobs. Diess's backing from the strong Porsche and PH families was undermined by the problems at the carmaker's software company, Cariad. According to a source close to Volkswagen's board, Diess had his talents tearing apart the encrusted structures at Wolfsburg. Over time, however, his execution shortcomings became more evident, as was the case with the failing software subsidiary, Cariad. In light of Porsche's plans to go public later this year, these delays with Cariad are terrible news for the upcoming launch of the electric Porsche Macan. Furthermore, the introduction of Audi's next generation of electric cars has been postponed until 2027 from its original target date of 2018. Meanwhile, Bentley's aim to switch to all-electric vehicles by the end of the decade is in jeopardy due to financial constraints. As a result, there are several severe challenges in Germany. A former Porsche CEO, Oliver Blume, has been named the next CEO to take Herbert Diess' position, although Diess isn't going anywhere anytime soon. On the 1st of September, he will hand over the reins to Blume, who will continue to serve as CEO of Porsche and as CEO of Volkswagen. Having joined the brand in 2013, Blume has been confined to the halcyon world of Porsche. This automaker produces consistent double-digit profit margins like an assembly line. Only 6 primary model lines are made at 3 European sites, making it far simpler to manage than the 300-plus models built at 100 distinct plants that assemble either vehicles, components, or a combination of the two. Lutz Meschke, the first Volkswagen Group executive to advocate for a Porsche IPO, was also a key player in Blume's acquisition of a 24% share in Rimac. While Blume has been in charge of Volkswagen Group production at the C-suite level since 2018, in addition to his Porsche day job, it's clear that he will need a lot of help navigating the treacherous pitfalls in Wolfsburg. Arno Antlitz, the new operations head, will be able to take the spotlight off him and serve as a bad cop to Blume's good policeman. This is why he has hired him. As a fait accompli, Blume's appointment as CEO should minimize the consequences from senior executives who are dissatisfied with his appointment, while also helping to revitalize the group's top leadership. Electric vehicles will continue to be an essential part of the company's long-term strategy. Volkswagen's EV plan will not be jeopardized just because the person most closely associated with it has been fired. A crucial factor in Diess' appointment was his promise to unions of a Volkswagen-owned and run battery cell production factory in Germany that they could not obtain under Matthias Müller. To maintain the delicate peace between Volkswagen Group's stakeholders, a leader who can unite the many tribes and balance their varied interests is typically required. He was an outspoken critic of Volkswagen's indifference to the threat posed by Tesla and Chinese EV companies. They thought the company needed to be woken up and informed of the stiff competition. In the end, your chairperson will have to clean up after you if you spend too little time forming alliances and more time picking battles. Blume, however, may begin with a clean slate from the board, free of the baggage of previous conflicts. It was common practice at Volkswagen for the company's CEO aspirants to be fired or demoted when they flew too near the sun, while up-and-comers like Christian Zenga and Alex Hitzinger tried to implement significant improvements from the inside. Volkswagen's Czech value brand Koda's CEO Bernard Meyer was ousted in 2020 for being excessively ambitious. Diess was an early leader in Volkswagen's EV revolution. According to Bloomberg, his spending proposal called for a $91 billion investment in software and electric vehicles over the next half-decade. 1 year ago, the carmaker announced a plan to hire 10,000 software engineers. Diess has always held Tesla in high regard as a model of automotive innovation and is now departing his company. Elon Musk allegedly considered bringing the Austrian national back to his company in 2015, but things didn't go as planned. It is believed by many that he was let go not because of his business strategic direction or vision, but rather because of his confrontational management style, which caused a lot of tension at the Wolfsburg headquarters of the corporation. When it comes to Tesla's closest opponent, the German manufacturer, what does this mean? Managing the Volkswagen Group may be difficult with 3 major stakeholder groups. We're talking, of course, about the regional government of Lower Saxony, owning a blocking minority, the German labor union with significant backing on the work floor and half of the company's board, and the Porsche and Piaget clans that hold a majority of the votes. Consequently, management has a type of unofficial but accepted dual mandate: prioritize both profits and employment equally. As a result of a worldwide trend for more environmentally friendly vehicles, the automobile industry is quickly transitioning to electric cars. According to many experts, Tesla's surge indicates that investors are confident that the business would continue at the forefront of technical development in the automotive sector. Ultimately, Volkswagen's most significant advantage in the future will be its early shift to the production of electric vehicles. Still, its greatest weakness will be its lack of software knowledge. While Diess deserves credit for Volkswagen's early adoption of electric cars, his resignation shows just how far the company has to go before becoming a software-driven tech corporation like Elon Musk's Tesla. How do you think Volkswagen will perform with the new CEO? Do you think Elon Musk and Tesla can lose the #1 spot to Volkswagen as Bloomberg predicted? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section. Thanks for watching and see you in the next videos.